Oh my God. What are you doing?
Maybe it's much too early in the game. But I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing New Year's Eve?
Good morrow, everybody. My name is Robin, also known as Sunny Side Up Gal, and you are my Sunny Side Up pal. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Swig. If you are new here, hi. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope you consider giving me a subscribe. And go ahead and just like this because I know you will like this episode in particular. And if you are not new and you're here returning, you're like,
Oh my God, I love Sunny Side Up Gal. She is so cool. Wow, we would be friends in real life. Probably, maybe. I don't know.
I'm an Aries. I appreciate you and I appreciate you. And I thank you very much for showing up. Anyway, I'm still kind of like messing around with stuff. I don't know I wonder if like in 3 years from now, I'll still be like,
Hey guys, I'm still messing around with the mic. I'm still messing around with the camera.
because I feel like I'm going to keep getting new stuff. However, this is still my phone camera and I found another setting on the Droid, like the wireless camera, and I'm not sure if I like it. I feel like I'm too close. I also don't know if this is good quality. But you're not here for quality. You're here to talk a little trash. You're here for a little giggle, a little hee hee ha ha. And I'm not sure if we're going to do that today. Just kidding. Maybe. You're probably giggling already. You're probably like,
Wow, she's so funny. She's so cool.
today's episode is going to be a little bit different than what I've been have always been doing. So normally, we come on here, we talk a little trash, right? But I wanted to send some positive energy into 2026. And that energy is this episode. We are going to be clapping and applauding some wonderful weight loss journeys that I have collected in a special saved folder on my Instagram throughout the last few months. Well, not 3 months, few weeks. I don't know why I said months. Throughout the last few weeks. I was going to do like a countdown because, New Year's Eve, countdown, but it didn't feel authentic to me because I feel like everybody's journey is so different, and doing like a little, competition, even if it was just for us, felt unfair because my personal opinion of like weight loss is different than like other people's personal opinion of like what's a great weight loss journey. You know what I mean? Like, clearly, if we're being honest with each other, my personal experience with weight loss, I love to see people lose weight naturally, right? However, I still am cheering on anybody who's struggled with their weight and they finally figured out something that works for them. Like if you get surgery or if like the shots are doing it for you, amazing. Good for you. You deserve to have a good life. You deserve to have good mobility. You deserve to get rid of this extra fat on your body and live a normal good life. Like live a healthy life. So if that's what it takes for you to get healthy, you are good. You've made it into the list. Not everybody on my list has lost weight naturally. There are some that are surgery people or people who are on the special GLP-1 medication, and we're not going to judge them for that. We're going to applaud everybody. We're going to just be proud of everybody. Now, I'm going to try and be as nice as I possibly can because some of them I still kind of believe eat like shit, but I'm still going to cheer them on. Like, I'm mostly here to be proud and happy of people who have lost weight. Good for you. If you don't want to hear about people who have lost weight and you only want to, judge, I'm sorry. Let's be positive, All right, but without further ado, again, you guys, it's New Year's Eve. I hope you guys are doing a lot of fun stuff tonight. If you decide you want to have a little sippy, please don't drive.
Drinking and driving don't mix.
I'm a huge advocate for like not driving under the influence. Like, please don't do that.
Don't be a loser.
And then if you are, staying in, are you staying up? Do you watch the countdowns? I usually do not. My husband and I, first of all, we're in our mid-30s and we don't do like parties or anything like that anymore. And we're not really big drinkers anymore. We're not going to be drinking, I don't think, on New Year's Eve. The last time that we stayed up, we were probably just staying up because we were playing video games all night, like Fortnite. And or I think last year what were we doing last year? Oh, we were really into like Call of Duty last year. Staying up on New Year's Eve on Fortnite is a lot funner because I think they actually do like a countdown maybe in the sky or something like that. Anyway, I'm rambling, right? Let's jump into this. Let's get into it. These were accounts that I just randomly saved. Some of them you may recognize, some of them you may not recognize, and you may need to go give them a follow, you know? These are mostly people who've needed to lose like
You in danger, girl.
you need to lose some weight like tomorrow. But yeah, let's take a look. A lot of people were saying that 2025 was like this huge dumpster fire. As a millennial, I feel like every year is a dumpster fire, and I'm kind of just like, just keep running me over, you know? I wanted to do this to kind of put positive energy into 2026, especially for those who are struggling with weight loss. And hopefully maybe you get some motivation from these accounts. So my first person that I want to look at is this gal Flabuloso. Flabulous Lo. Oh my god, I'm thinking about Fabuloso, the floor cleaner.
Fabuloso.
Okay, so this is she's got 141,000 followers. Health and beauty, your plus size workout buddy, health and grief journey. She lives in Canada. Let's see. She is on the Clock app, and yeah, so she is a big gal, and she, I believe, is losing the weight naturally. I haven't followed her for very long. I just kind of followed her for the episode, honestly. But she is a big fan of movement. A lot of her reels are her moving around.
Hi, my name is Lo. I'm 32 years old and I'm from Ontario, Canada. I just recently lost my dad, my last living parent, in December. I lost my mom in 2013 and I'm an only child. I started a health journey a year ago and now I am including my grief journey with my health journey. If you have lost someone or you're going...
That is so hard because especially if you grew up as like an emotional eater, like adding grief while you're in the middle of like any kind of like health journey or like a weight loss journey is like terrible. I remember when I wasn't on a health journey, but I remember when my brother Troy died, I probably gained like almost 100 pounds that year. It was wild.
Of grief right now, please feel free to join me on this journey as I navigate my life without my parents.
If you've lost your parents, I am so sorry, but I can't even imagine like how it would feel to like not have that person that you check in with or that you check on. Like I text my dad. So I haven't really heard my dad's voice in like years. I haven't talked to him on the phone in quite a long time, but we do text almost every day, or we send each other like random reels. We check in on each other, but it's kind of like, it's not like a flawed relationship, but some would say it is. I still love my dad very dearly, but I don't know. We're just not like, I guess we're just like not that type of family. I don't know. But I do call or hear my mom's voice once a week or twice a week, and we text almost every day, just like random, like I love yous and stuff. So I don't have. This is weird, but I don't have the best relationship with my parent. However, I still feel that losing them or losing both of them and just not having even like a little bit of somebody to fall back on to like check on me or I have somebody to like check on, that seems so devastating. So I feel terrible for her.
It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and even saying it still doesn't feel real.
Yeah, it seems like something that you never think will happen, but it happens for everybody.
But yeah, just know you're not alone, and my page is here for you if you need someone. Hi.
Okay. So this is her again. Every day has honestly saved me. It's crazy to see how far I've come, especially with my mental health and especially after this last year. So she went from like, so this is her before, when you've lost your spark and you're ready to give up on life. Yo, I feel that. Like sometimes it just seems so much easier to just like sit and eat, you know? Damn, who was zooming in on her? Like, shit. Look at her. And now she's moving around. You know, I think she is doing it naturally, and this is amazing. Look at her. Good for her. And she's running. Wild. I don't run. Mommy don't run. Look at her. You can tell like the spark in her eye is back. And she's feeling good because that's what movement does, you guys. It makes you feel good. And she's probably eating way better too. Yeah, someone's comment, I love your smile. Your joy is infectious. It really is. It really is. When you feel good, other people feel good, even if it's through your phone. And it seems authentic because, you know, a lot of people on the internet are like super fake. It seems like this is authentic joy, especially going through grief. This is from 2 weeks ago. Good for her, man. I hope she can stick to it because look at how unhappy she is here. Sorry. She looks super unhappy here. She looks unhappy. And you know what's crazy? She looks like she's making a face. Like that's her face going, like she's doing that, but that's her face. It looks like she's inflating her cheeks, but that's just her face. She looks so much happier. Like everybody, if you're, you know, if you can, clap your hands. Clap your hands for Flabulous Lo. Good for you, Lo. You go, Lo.
You go, Glen Coco.
So a while back, there was this gal. Okay, so this is Michaela 7_gets fit. Michaela Dombrowski. She is on a GLP-1. No judgment. Because good for her. Clearly, she looks like she's in danger with how big she is, right? So whatever works for you, do that because you deserve to have a good life, right? You deserve to be healthy. Whatever it takes, I think. Whatever it takes. I know I can make it through. So this is her introduction video. My weight loss journey is just beginning. I don't have any jaw-dropping before and after photos to show you, but to show you what I've accomplished. It's new and I'm in the thick of it. This is one of them. So this is from 35 weeks ago. Oh, this is from 80. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. This is from April of 2025. Let's just watch. Or sorry, if you're just listening, the screen says, what does being over 500 pounds look like?
This is what being over 500 pounds looks like.
And she is like showing different angles.
This too. And this.
She can barely fit in her van and her stomach is touching the steering wheel.
Hi there. I'm Michaela. I am newly on my GLP-1 journey to lose weight and get healthy. And it's somebody that's over 500 pounds. This is part of my journey. It's part of my story. And I wanted to document it because honestly, I'm not great about taking these kind of photos so that I can look back and hopefully see my progress, both how I feel, but also how I look. Sometimes the scale doesn't show it, and photos like these hopefully.
Yes, I agree. So like, if you're reading, I don't know if you can see the comment. There's a comment on here. It says, why did you gain so much weight? 230 is huge. Why didn't you stop eating so much at 230? It's hard at 230 to put my pants on in the morning. No idea how you put your pants on at 500, which I wonder if maybe this person is like not a part of like a normal community or something, or this is like a cultural thing, but like that was really fucking harsh, right? There's a way better way to ask that. A valid question still, like how'd you get to be so big? But Michaela's right. So like maybe she doesn't take a lot of photos of herself because obviously she's clearly shy about that. Everybody, you know, when you're so large, I feel like I have years of my life missing because I have no photos of those years because I was so big, or I only have like one or two photos. Because I'm so insecure. Like seriously, guys, if you're like insecure about your weight, like just take the photos because I wish I could look back at some of the years and I don't have anything to look back at except for just like other people. So take photos, even if you're huge, whatever, right? When you look at the scale, sometimes you don't really see, like, you don't really think, oh, well, that's not that bad until you see photos of yourself. Like for me personally, and I'll post a picture here, it was a photo that I saw that I was like, damn, like I've let myself go. Like that's wild. I need to fix this like ASAP. That's why somebody could really go from like 230 to 500 is like you see yourself at 230 and then eventually you just go, I'm just going to stop weighing myself. And then you stop weighing yourself and you stop taking photos and you really don't know how big you are until you go to the doctors and they tell you, or you sit on some furniture and it breaks. There's other things that have to happen for you to really see if you stop looking at the scale or you stop taking photos. So that's how.
Your videos like these will. Um, it's certainly not the glamorous side of being overweight. I'm not really sure what is, but
I still think that she has a pretty face and she has like pretty skin tone. It looks like wherever she's at doesn't get a lot of sunshine. So good on her.
This is my reality, is that I'm not super comfortable behind the wheel of my car. I'm down 20 pounds, and I will tell you, I'm much more comfortable than I was 20 pounds ago. But hopefully, as my journey goes on, we'll see how different I look. So, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you're on your journey and doing well. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay. So a lot of people were following up with her like, "Hey, how are you doing? Hey, haven't seen you in a while," or whatever. She doesn't really post like super regularly. Like her update video, this is another one that I saved. Yeah, her update video. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Came back to check on you. So glad you're still at it. That's what I said. So she had posted this 5 weeks ago and she hasn't posted another update in a while, and she doesn't do a lot of stories. Like, I don't know, maybe clearly she's probably busy, right? Maybe she has a real job. I don't like to automatically go to, oh, they gave up because they're not posting on Instagram. No, sometimes you just have to lock in and like get off of Instagram or get off of social media to truly lock in. That's happened to me a lot. Sometimes I feel like when I'm constantly posting on Instagram, I kind of like let go a little bit. So I would get off of Instagram for like a few like weeks or a few months and then come back like 10 pounds lighter. So I turn the music off because it's not, it says original audio, but it's like it's not. Okay. Starting weight 541, lowest weight 452, current weight 449. Wouldn't the lowest weight be 449? I don't know. That's weird. So she's down 92 pounds, which is amazing. It's like another little person basically. And she is on a GLP-1. It doesn't say what she's on. Let's read. I'm back after a couple weeks away from weighing in. Life got incredibly busy, and I needed to step away from social media for a minute to focus on family and work. See, sometimes you got to step away to kind of like lock back in. I'm slowly making my way back to posting more. 92 pounds in 32 weeks. Not mad about that. That is a ton in like less than a year. Some people would be like, that's not a lot. You know, why aren't you're 590 pounds? Why didn't you lose a lot more? Like that's like that's a lot, you know? That's a lot of weight. That's a lot. I think, good for her. 92 pounds in 32 weeks. I'm not mad about that. If there is anything I've learned on this journey, it's that the journey itself is not linear. I take a lot of comfort in that these days when I'm having an off day or an off week, it's not an invitation to give up. It's just an opportunity to learn and grow. Love that, because sometimes I do get so discouraged because clearly I'm addicted to weighing myself on the scale. Not really. I weigh myself daily. And sometimes it's easy to get discouraged when you see that your weight fluctuates. But if you just keep that in the back of your mind, that weight fluctuates. Sometimes you retain water. Sometimes you have a dookie stuck inside you. Sometimes you are still digesting your food from the day before. So it isn't linear. Some good advice is that you don't weigh yourself every day and you weigh yourself like every Friday. I don't like that because I like to see how much my poops weigh. Okay, so still the music. So she's showing herself. Okay, she's still quite large. However, I feel like there is still a noticeable difference between this and another video. So hold on. It's good that she's showing her arms. Like it's good that she's taking, like, if you guys are on a serious weight loss journey, take photos. Take photos if you don't want to be discouraged by the scale, because the photos will show you more than the scale. Take photos and measurements. Yeah, I used to do this, man, when I was over 200 pounds. I did this, and then it's so encouraging for you. If you've got a ton of weight to lose, take photos like this. Good for her. Good for her. All right. So she's goofing off now. Let's go back to like one of her earlier videos. Maybe she'll show a full body of that before. Okay, hold on. All right. Am I doing this right? Weight loss, GLP-1. When you hear the shimmy a day will keep the sadness away. Okay, let's see. So you can tell in her face here and then her face in the most recent video I showed that it's thinner in the most recent video I showed. But I don't think she has any, let's see, week 10 weigh-in. Let's see if she shows her body here. I couldn't lose. What if I told? So there's still music there. Yeah, you can tell. Oh my God. Yes, you can tell that there is quite a difference. So good for her. All right, so I'm looking at her photos, and this is the before and this is the after. And you have to kind of have a good eye. I mean, clearly in my face, in my eyes, I'm like, yes, this is clearly a 90-pound weight loss. But some people might look at this and be like, she's still fat. It's not enough. So she is on a GLP-1. A lot of the 90 pounds may be muscle loss, but if you look at her face, there's clearly a ton of weight loss, and then her belly as well. So her face is less fat, her belly less large, right? Her arms are still looking huge. However, you can tell that they're more deflated on the right in her recent photo. And this could be like a mix of fat and loose skin. So at a first glance, if you're watching the video, you're like, it looks like she hasn't lost much. However, she still lost 90 pounds, you know? We're still going to clap for her. This is a great transformation. She's on the right path, y'all. Slow and steady wins the race. Good for her. Good for you, Michaela. Welcome to the channel. All right. So the next one, I think this is right. This has copyrighted music, but this girl, I don't know if like her main thing is a weight loss journey, but I believe her and her husband are like theme park people. And they go to they go to a bunch of theme parks, and let's see what it says. Okay, the small branches. She's got about 8,000 followers, just a couple of nerds on a side quest, leveling up with theme parks, attractions, and travel, collecting memories and trinkets one day at a time. So she's not like a weight loss journey girly or whatever. This isn't a weight loss page. However, that's not her. I was just looking. she she did a reel that really caught my eye, and I was like, oh, I want her to be a part of my thing. Okay, so this said, still fat, just not as fat as last year. And this was the reel that I was like, oh, that's like one of the things that I love about weight loss is like non-scale victories. When I first got into keto in like 2018, on-scale victories was like the thing. Like nobody was into like weighing themselves. Everybody was just showing like, hey, this clothing fits better, or hey, I can finally do this. Hey, I can touch my toes. I can tie my own shoes. You know what I mean? I love a non-scale victory. I wish that those were more popular now than just like the number on the scale. But I mean, some people are showing non-scale victories. One of my favorite non-scale victories was like my rings. Right now my rings are like I'm kind of swollen. But when my rings were looser, and then like getting my chin back was brightened my day beyond belief, right? So this gal, I saw this video and I was like, that is hilarious. Closer and closer. And now she can fit. So she can't really fit in the ride yet, but she's using, so if you are just listening, she's using this this roller coaster testing, like seat tester, as like a measurement for her weight loss. And so in the first clip, she can barely fit. It barely goes over like her shoulders. And then in the second clip, she still can't ride the ride. However, it does go over her shoulders much easier. So I feel like she's lost, let me just take a look. So she's lost about 6 inches. Like if you look at the screen, there's like 6 inches right there. And then when you go to the second clip, it's much closer to be she's almost able to ride the ride. I'm not sure which ride it is. Afton Towers theme park. Never heard of it. Clearly British or something. Me no know. But then here's another one. So 2025 had put a 20 this is from 6 weeks ago. 2025 had been a pretty rad year for theme parks. Watching my progress through test seats has been incredibly rewarding. At times I'm full of doubt. I just need to watch these vids back to back and see those belts click. Okay, so she's been doing these seat testers as like a way to measure her weight loss, and I think it's wonderful. Like, she's clearly a theme park girly and she wants to like enjoy them 100%, and she realized, the world isn't going to like change for her, that she needs to change to like fit in the world again. So she's losing the weight so that she can ride these rides and fulfill her theme park girly dreams. Okay. Oh, and now she can fit. And now she can ride the ride. Like that. Did you see her face? She looked like I'm going to cry. She looked like she was going to cry. This is my favorite one, I think. That's amazing. Look at her. She can fit. Oh, that is so exciting. Okay, honestly though, baby girl, if it was that difficult to put the seatbelt on, I'm not sure if I would still ride the ride. Like, it'd have to have like a little bit more of like a less tight. But look at her. She is fitting in everything, you guys. I'm gonna cry for her. Oh my gosh. What a journey, especially if that's like something you're really, really into. Like, you love theme parks and stuff like that. And what a great little project. What a great idea for a reel to show all of the rides that you were able to fit in. Like, that's amazing. Okay, look at her face in this one, okay? She's gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Oh my God. Look at her face. I really am crying. That's crazy. You guys, that is so wonderful. Oh, amazing. What a cutie. I'm crying. Very exciting. Yeah, she looks like she's lost a ton of weight.
Maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable. I simply am not there. Maybe you can even sense.
Silly. Oh, I'm so happy for her. That is so crazy. I wonder if she's been to Orlando yet. Is she English? I don't know where she's from. But we love her.
The song's on the radio.
To be cringe is to be free. That's so funny. Like, her husband reminds me of Michael. When we travel, I'm the tourist, and Michael's like, he's always the guy that's like, I just want to live like everybody else. Like, he wants to live like a local. So we kind of have to compromise with like some of the stuff that we do. And if I want him to take a photo, he like wants to make sure that there's nobody around. Like, he doesn't want to do photos. So cute. Okay. All right. We love that. We love her. She's my favorite. Okay. POV, you started to take your health seriously and lost over 430 pounds from a size 7XL to an SMMD, a small medium. Okay, let's take a look here and take a look here. All right, so her name is Tanya Santiago. She goes by the handle Tanya Got Fit. Tanya, she, her. She used to be she's lost over 430 pounds. Jesus. She is a personal trainer now, transforming people's lives, and she's from Boston. Holy shnikes, y'all. Look at how big she is here. POV, you started to take your health seriously and lost over 430 pounds. Jesus. So look at that back. Look at that back. She reminds me of somebody who like this is clearly a hormonal issue that she's got, like just with where her body is like storing fat and like how her legs are still kind of skinny. So I wonder if like what she did. Okay, locked in and focused. Never will you ever give up on me again. After many requests, I have started a GoFundMe account to raise money to be able to afford skins. Oh, she's okay. You don't have to donate, but the people that wanted to, you can click the link. Okay, so she's wanting donations for weight loss surgery. For skin removal surgery. Let's take a look here. So she's got Cardi B on there. So she's been working out. Let's take a look here. See like how her body's like holding on to weight, like, and you can't see her face or anything like that. Damn, she really did lose it all though. Oh shoot, look at her. She's putting on a lot of muscle, all the right places. OMG. Wow. Holy shit, dude. It's so crazy. Yeah, I feel like she has like a hormonal thingy going on just with how her body is, even like the way that she's like collecting muscle. I mean, she's clearly kicking ass, but like just the way that she's collecting muscle is kind of in a way I'm unfamiliar with for females, right? I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but does it is my assumption correct, or I don't know. I don't know. But I'm looking at her hashtags and it looks like 600-pound life, extra skin, body positivity, muscle girls, keep pushing TLC, before and after. Oh, it's bariatric community. Let's see if that means that she's had bariatric surgery or she's just talking about being a bariatric baddie. Okay, thinking about getting weight loss surgery here. Okay, so she's had weight loss surgery, but good for you, baby girl. You are killing it. And you're much healthier than you were before. Like, look at this picture, y'all. Can you even see that? Yes. Okay, thinking about getting weight loss surgery. Here are some things you should know before starting. Okay, weight loss surgery isn't an easy fix. It's a tool to help you. You will eventually go back to the weight you were if you don't change your mindset, eating habits, and workout. That is absolutely correct. So I see a lot of people, especially on like my 600-pound life. You see a lot of people and they're doing they get the weight loss surgery, but they still kind of like eat like shit and they eat a ton. And people, you can like restretch your stomach out. You can even break the surgery and like really, really hurt yourself. But yeah, you can restretch your stomach out and gain the weight back. It's a tool to help you, and you need to like. First of all, I feel like a lot of people need to go to I feel like a lot of people need to go to therapy when they get the weight loss surgery, just because there's an underlying reason why you gained the weight, right? You didn't just like magically gain this weight. Weight loss surgery throws you into a deep mental battle. You'll need a therapist on standby because it gets really dark. This is absolutely true. So like it's kind of like say if you could take I'm trying to think of like an addict, like a food addiction, like an addict mindset. So like it's kind of like if you were addicted to like heroin, but you had like a Narcan pump, and so every time that you tried to do heroin, you'd get like a little bit of like something, but not all the way because the Narcan would like cancel out the opioid, receptors. I feel like that's how if you're addicted to food, you're a binge eater and you got huge from eating like so much in bulk in like one sitting, and then you got like weight loss surgery to restrict that. I feel like that would mess with you mentally because you went to food for comfort or for dopamine hits, and now you can't like get your hit. Exactly, you know what I mean? So yeah, you definitely need to have a therapist, and you need to work with somebody who's going to help you with like binge eating techniques. Sorry, I didn't realize you can't see that. You need somebody that's going to help you with your binge eating like triggers and stuff. You can't continue to eat the way you do. If you do, you will not succeed. It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Your entire anatomy changes and you have to relearn how to you have to learn how to relive life in a new body. Nothing will be the same and you'll forever have complications, some worse than others. I didn't realize that, but there are a lot of people who regret the weight loss surgery, not that they're not happy with like being in a smaller body, but because like they can't like sometimes they still get sick after they eat. They don't realize that they ate something wrong, or um like you can't even have soda anymore. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'll list some complications from surgery that are an issue for some people years after. I think it's another issue, like a major issue. I'll list it, but I think you always have like the shits or something. Like it's depending on what kind of food you eat. Okay, if I could have had a choice in getting surgery, I would never gotten it. When I tell you the horrible mental health struggles and the massive amount of complications I've suffered from, I have to live with for the rest of my life. Weight loss surgery isn't a good idea unless you medically necessarily need it. So I agree. Unless you absolutely need it, like if your life is at risk, like clearly look at her here. She is at risk. She's in danger, girl. She needed the surgery. So I agree. Okay, so this is Leah Hope Health. You guys may recognize her. I've been following her for a while. She is a coach now. She lost 215 pounds naturally. Isn't that crazy, you guys? Naturally. Like, I don't know what she ate. Let's see what she has here. Okay, so this is from Women's World. I lost 250 pounds naturally. The all for something approach helped Leah go from 398 to 183 with no meds, no forbidden foods. Okay. Okay. This week's cover star, Arizona photographer Leah Hope, 36, lost over 200 pounds without drugs or surgery by embracing a tough love, grace filled mindset focused on living bigger, not smaller. Now shares the mindset shifts behind her viral transformation with Women's World. Man, I guess I'm going to have to get the Women's World magazine because I kind of want to know what her diet looked like. And I don't think she ever really shares it. Let me show you how big she was. Okay, so this is, so it's got music. It's got Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. She was very large, but then she started working out, muscle strength training. Okay. And look how tiny she is now. So one of the reasons why I followed her is clearly she's on this amazing weight loss journey, but she has so much loose skin. It's insane. Look at this. It looks like pizza dough. Sorry to say that, but she has so much loose skin. I am so shook. I honestly don't know how she did this naturally without going ketogenic. Like, I'm shook, right? I need to figure it out. Let's watch this video and then we'll go see what she ate. Look at that. She's had so much surgery this year too. And I think this video shows them all, but look at all that. It is like another person worth of skin. I wonder if you can donate that. Like, do you donate that to like burn victims or something? I don't know. Oh gosh. 4 surgeries in 6 months is wild. So she did her midsection first to get her tummy skin removed. Ugh. Can you imagine that? You can't even like do like full stretches or anything like that. And I heard that it hurts to like even lay on your back. For like a few weeks, you're kind of like always constantly like hunched over. That would scare me. I feel like my back would end up being like permanently hunched. But look, she looks like she's in so much pain. Oh, now look how happy she is. Doesn't that look amazing, you guys? I still am in shock that this is natural. Wow. Okay, then she did her breast augmentation. Oh my gosh. You know, I don't really have a problem. I'm not every girl though, but I really don't have a problem with saggy breasts. I I mean, personally me, yes, I have a problem. My breasts are saggy, and that's from losing and gaining weight. Sorry, I'm trying to clean my glasses. That's from gaining and losing weight and yada yada yada. However, I think both hormonally, I have a thyroid problem. So I've always had like fibrous breasts. We're getting into breast talk, okay? I've always had like fibrous. And they've always like I think just my genetics, my breasts don't lay naturally like how porn would show pretty breasts, right? Or celebrities with like their breast augmentations. Like I don't have I don't have like perky, they've never been perky ever. Even when they were first growing, they were always facing down like little soda streams, right? I think that boobs come in different shapes and sizes, and I actually don't think that her boobs look bad, but I think I just appreciate that bodies will be bodying. Does that make sense? I don't know. But anyway, if it makes her happy, it makes her happy. Would I get, if I lost a shit ton of weight and I had all this extra skin, would I get skin removal surgery? I would say no, because I personally believe that like the way like the skin is a reminder of like what you really worked hard for. Like it kind of feels like a badge of glory. Like I see a lot of people with like obese to beast has his skin still. I see the weight loss and I go, holy shit, they put in the work. That looks great, right? That's just where my brain goes. I'm also very afraid of going into surgery. Like I don't like to go under. Even Twilight, like when I had to get like my DNC and my IUD put in and everything, I was in Twilight. And so it's not like a complete go under, like you can literally just kind of blacks you out and then you wake up a half hour later. But yeah, it scares me. I don't like drugs. Like I don't like me not do that. So I don't know if I would get it. I really don't know if I would get it. I had always until recently been insecure about my breasts being not what society says is the standard of beauty. But then the older I'm getting, like I'm 35, or I'll be 35, I don't care, right? You want me to have the same boobs as everybody else? That's crazy. So I don't know if I would get it. However, I'm sure she is super stoked and I'm happy for her that she got it. I'm happy for her. I'm afraid, but I'm happy for her. I really hope. I'm sad that there's music, but let's see. So she got her breast augmentation and they look much higher. So good for her. Aw, you can just see the light in their eyes when you look at these people. If you guys go back, if you look at these people, just like this shine in their eyes, like they just don't look dead anymore, you know? And then so she got her arms and her legs done at the same time. Wow. Wow. So I didn't know. So you see how they're marking this part of her arm and they were marking like her calf, like the bottom part of her leg. I didn't know that they could do skin removal on those parts. I thought they only did them on the larger parts. Like I thought they only did them on your forearm and on your thighs, but she did like her entire. Look at that. They're doing her legs. They're doing her calves. How? How in the hell? How in the hell did you do this? Golly, man. Oh god, it looks like it's so painful, but she's also excited. Yeah, you can't like stretch or anything for a while. And I honestly don't think that the scars are that bad, but I'm also like a grungy girly, and I think that they're kind of cool. I don't think that they look that bad, but okay, so now she's doing the upper thigh. I didn't finish this video earlier. Golly, man. And now she can wear the clothes that she's always wanted to be in and feel comfortable in. She can probably work out a lot easier now without all that extra skin like bumping into each other. Like, this is amazing, right? Clap. Clap for Leah Hope Health. That is amazing. But let's look at what she eats because I'm really excited. Okay, during my weight loss, most days of eating look pretty similar. Now it's a little different sometimes, but I still incorporate the basics often. Eggs, fruit, potatoes, chicken. Those have been the staples for me the last few years. If I knew anything about. Oh, this is an ad for Factor. Boo! We hate ads! Okay, so she eats a lot of eggs, which same. So I didn't know this. I actually learned about this yesterday, but if you are like a burn victim, they'll feed you a ton of eggs. I guess this is just from a reel, so I didn't even do any background research on this, but they feed you a lot of eggs because of the cholesterol in the eggs, because eggs have a lot of cholesterol. And you need cholesterol to rebuild and regenerate like all your soft tissue. And so a lot of people are afraid of having high cholesterol and they avoid eggs. They take the yolks out. I don't recommend that. I feel like eggs are a magic pill. They're like a magic food. They contain everything that it takes to like create life, basically. And they're cheap. They're like a wonderful way to get protein and a good source of fat. And they have a ton of vitamins. I'll list them, if you want to read the screen. They're not, they're super inexpensive. Cholesterol only matters, like high cholesterol only matters. It depends on the size. They are doing so many studies on cholesterol. And I believe, in a nutshell, high cholesterol only matters if you have like high markers of inflammation as well. So if you're a type 2 diabetic and you've got super high cholesterol, like chill, So eggs, me love. Clearly, my name is Sunny Side Up Girl. So I do like my eggs sunny side up. Okay, so she's making a lot. Let's see.
Added it to my plate.
Oh, okay. She's got sound.
with some snacks.
All right, so this is what she eats. Look at that. Now eat that for the next 3 years.
Which I have been loving.
God, I do wish that I could have sweet potatoes, though. I do miss that. But yeah, so she's been eating whole foods basically and moving her body, and she lost the weight. I think it took her 3 years. I'm not 100% sure. Do you ever wonder though, like if these people are lying, like did she not lose the weight naturally? I do wonder that off of the top of my head. Like that's like my first initial thought, but then I'm like, I think a good default is to just believe that people are just naturally good and they probably wouldn't lie. So this is such a cute outfit. This is exactly something that I would wear, you guys. I actually have this skirt in brown and in black.
Everybody.
Not this skirt maybe, but like a similar skirt. She probably got it expensive and I got it for cheap. That's exactly what I would wear. Wow, we have such great style, don't we? Okay, next. So you probably recognize this gal. This is $5.99 to Damn She Fine. So this girl, Caitlin, she is a VS. She got the gastric sleeve, and she, I think, did she get the, yes, VSG, 519 pounds in April of 2024. Current weight is 330 pounds. So she was in danger, y'all. She was in danger. I think she was really into some being paid to eat food. And I can show you a video of her. So look at this. This is clearly for sexy reasons. So she decided to take control of her life and get the weight loss surgery, and now she's losing a ton of weight, and her transformation is amazing. You can see it. Look how confident she is, and she can finally wear the cute clothing. I think this is why I picked this video, is because you can tell that she's always wanted to be this like cute little goth girl, and now she can finally wear the clothing that she wants to wear. So that was also like something big, huge for me, like a non-scale victory for me, is like I always wanted to wear specific articles of clothing, but I never felt like were appropriate for my body. And then when I felt comfortable in my body, I felt fine in those clothes. So I'm grunge, obviously, like you guys know. I do be grunging, right? But when I dress up or when I like want to feel pretty, I kind of go for like more of like a gothic vibe. And so I have like a bunch of cute little gothic like outfits, but I never really felt comfortable wearing those articles of clothing because I was always like too big, you know? I always felt like I couldn't. Now when I do wear them, I'm more confident than I would have been when I was like 230 pounds. And look at how happy she is here. Wow. All right, so this is from a week ago, weigh-in Wednesday. What's your input before and after? Okay. So you can see how big she was in that first one. Oop. You can see how huge she is here. First of all, she's basically doing the splits. Second of all, this is her underwear and this is her belly. So that means her stuff is up in there, right? Let's see here. What a difference. Even though she's got like a ton of skin and she still has like some hanging fat, like it's still like an amazing transformation.
How are you? It is
like she basically lost more weight than how much I weigh. That's amazing.
Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we weigh in, okay? We weigh in on Wednesdays. If you're new here, I used to be 600 pounds.
Wow.
Just less than 2 years ago. And I think the last time we did weigh in Wednesday, I was like 339, 338, 337, between 337 and 339, somewhere in that range. So let's see where we're at today.
Hello.
Sup, bitch? I've been going to the gym consistently.
It's ready.
Okay, I'll tell you in a second.
She's talking to her scale.
335.8 pounds.
Oh my God, she is so cute.
She looking snatched.
She is cute. I'm proud of her. Clap for her.
She looking snatched. But yeah, so I'm really happy with that weight. I have been going to the gym consistently. I think today is what, the 17th?
Goodbye.
Bye, bitch. I think today is the 17th, and I have
I love her energy.
Gone to the gym 14 days this month
Wow, that's more than me in the last like year.
so far. Actually, it's like 5:17 right now, and I've already worked out for an hour.
Good for her. And then I wanted to show you her outfits because, again, she is finding herself. Like, she's living her life. So she's 35 years old. Honestly, I thought she was older, but clearly that's what living an unhealthy life will do for you. I'm glad that she's going on the right path, though, because now look how happy she is in all these cute outfits. Let me turn the music off. All these cute outfits. She's finding her style. We love that. Look at. She can just tell that she's like, man, I've always wanted to dress this way. She's always had like a vision of herself in her head, but she's just never been able to dress the way that she wants. And look, she's got such cute style. See, this is like how I dress when I want to be cute. Like, I'm always like in a skirt though. So cute. And she was wearing the fishnets. You know, she's been wanting to wear fishnets her whole life. Cute. Love it. All right, and last but not least, if you are unfamiliar, this is Alex Ochoa. She is I had mentioned her in one of my other videos. It was about a fat activist, but a skinny fat activist who was like a dietitian or whatever, and she had made a reel about Alex because Alex used to be plus size and then she turned into like kind of like a weight loss journey page. But even when she was plus size or curvy, she wasn't necessarily like a plus size influencer. Like she didn't like she made clothes that fit all like body types. I don't think she made clothes particularly for like super huge bodies, but she's like a fashion clothing gal, clothing designer, right? But she recently went on a weight loss journey and I think she was losing weight naturally. I don't know if she was on any kind of um shot or surgery or anything like that, but she wanted to get pregnant, so she decided to lose a bunch of weight so that she could have a baby. And we love that. We love for people to personally, I am a person who believes that so like fertility is a health marker. So if you are fertile, like you're doing it, right? You're good. It's important to know that like when you are super heavy, it's difficult to get pregnant. I've never been pregnant. My husband and I have been married for we've been together for almost 15 years. And I was overweight I'm still overweight, obese, for our entire marriage. And I've never gotten pregnant. So it's important if you want to be pregnant that you are in a healthy body size. Also, if you happen to get pregnant and you're not in a healthy body size, it's like a more at risk pregnancy. Okay, POV, what happens when you stop thinking exercise is fat phobic? So she clearly had a little bit of the fat acceptance mindset when she was in a heavier body. And I think she was cute. So she was 285 pounds. She doesn't not look 285 pounds to me. But I think it's just because she's like carrying it very well. She's proportionate, yada, yada, yada. All right, so she's lost over 130 pounds. And look at that, 152 pounds right there. And she's still got a booty because she moves her body, right? Look at her. And now she has a baby. Amazing. So, you guys, this was just a handful of people. There are so many people in the year 2025 that are on these crazy, outrageous, like 583,000 pounds to like 200 pounds weight loss. They're all over. And I just wanted to shine some light onto their journey. And if you are struggling with your weight loss journey, like maybe they can help you get some motivation. These are extreme weight loss journeys. And I'm super excited for these people. I hope that 2026 brings them more and more success in their journeys. But yeah, happy new year. Again, you guys, if you are spending some time with your family tonight or if you're going out to parties and drinking, I just please promise that you're not going to drive because that's wild behavior. We don't drink and drive. That's loser behavior.
Fucking loser!
Don't be a loser.
You fucking loser!
Okay? Happy New Year, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, see you in 2026.
But in case I stand one little chance, here comes a jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New